Hi guys. Another one off the phone, I'm sorry. That's because everything is now all packed up and in the mobile broadcast unit. We're hitting the road today. Even though it'll only be a short roll, we're getting some lights put on it and then hitting the road in earnest tomorrow. That's the plan at any rate. So I just wanted to bring you up to speed with what's going on with there. Some interesting things happening in America. At the moment, Matt Gaetz is under a great deal of stress and pressure. He was being attacked because of the pressure he was placing upon McCarthy, Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker of the House, who's since lost his seat yesterday. Now, that's an interesting development. There is also a lot of talk about Biden being unfit to be president and Kamala Harris being unable for a variety of reasons. Some of these reasons could be treasonous, could have a lot to do with that thing that happened in 2020. Watch this space, because the Republicans are now able to vote whoever they want into the Speaker's seat. The Speaker is the third in line to the President of the United States. So if the President dies, the Vice President takes over, the Vice President is incapacitated, then the Speaker of the House becomes President until new elections can be called. Anybody, any citizen can be elected as the Speaker of the House of Representatives. They do not have to win a popular vote. It is elected by the representatives that are already in the Congress. Should they decide to elect Donald John Trump and put him in the Speaker's chair, as we talked about ages and ages and ages ago on this show, then you might find that Donald Trump becomes the President of the United States of America as all of the illegalities are exposed and the administration is arrested. That would be an interesting way for it all to roll out, but a absolutely purely legal and lawful way for it to roll out. So watch this space. There is going to be a lot of interesting things happening with that part of the world, and particularly with the machinations over who will take that Speaker's seat. There is also a lot of talk about an emergency broadcast, which I think is due sometime next week in America. Now, I've read an article recently suggesting that the emergency broadcast system was taken over by the White Hats some time ago, as in 18 months, 2 years ago, and they've had a force of some 2,500 protecting that installation. That's also been the same for a weather modification system too that they found in America. Now, while they were denying the deep state access to this technology, the deep state were fighting back, and battles have been fought from all accounts. However, the deep state were unsuccessful and instead went away and may have developed a secondary broadcast system. Things to be aware of are that this broadcast system may well come on and start telling you that Donald Trump has gone mad and he's calling for people to take up arms against the government or something like that. That would be a very, very, very bad thing if the deep state were able to do that, because many people will pick up their guns. And unfortunately, there'll be many more Donald Trump supporters who hear that and will pick up their guns. And God knows where that could go. So stay away from that sort of thinking in this regard. Don't need guns. This is all going to be done lawfully and with as little bloodshed as possible. I'm not saying there'll be no bloodshed, but as little as possible to try and wake these people up. That's the hope. So I've got to say, just to wrap up, because I've got to get on the road, I've got to get moving, otherwise we'll never get these lights on. I will do another little live this afternoon, hopefully from inside the bus. It's a bit of a mess at the moment. We've got stuff everywhere trying to figure it out. I've spent 2 days packing this. It's like moving house. It's ridiculous. So has taken me forever, and finding little nooks and crannies and all that sort of stuff to pack stuff away in. And I still haven't found everything yet, but we will get on the road and hopefully catch up with a few of you very soon. Woodend on the 10th, Shepparton on the 11th, Echuca on the 12th. We are coming back to Bendigo, I think, now on the 13th, and Maryborough on the 13th. We might do Ballarat and Ballarat and Horsham on the 14th, and then Darren Bergworth will be with me for that, I hope. And then I'll head off to Vince in South Australia at Mannum, and then into Adelaide, and then hopefully down to Victor Harbour to catch up with some folks down that way too. So it's going to be an interesting trip, and you'll be along for the ride, and all the interesting shit that's going to go down with it. What I don't know about motorhoming, you could write an encyclopedia about. I haven't figured out how to get the water pumping yet. In fact, I'm not even sure I've got water in it. I did try. But anyway, we'll figure it out. That's all part of the journey, and it should be a bit of fun. Thanks again for your support, folks, and VOF HQ is the place you can go if you want to join us. We've got our memberships there, and you can also donate too, and trust me, every cent is going to fuel in this thing, although I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what sort of fuel economy we do get out of it. We're not going to be pulling a car this time, thank God. We're just going to pull a little box trailer, and shouldn't be any extra weight whatsoever. So we're aiming to get somewhere between 18 and 20 per 100 Ks. So I think that'd be pretty good running in something that big and heavy. We'll see what happens. And I'll let you know if I can get the water going. Anyway, folks, have a great day. I'm going to hit the road shortly. And if you are going to be on the roads, make sure you're doing it safely, because God knows there are many examples of the dickheads who come out to join us on them, aren't there?